What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Line of the Stars. I'm Jordan, and we are back today with episode 3 of the Havoc Marauder build. And we are about to do some final assembly before we put all of our pieces together and start moving on to the next phases of our model. So, we're going to start here with step 6, and we're going to be putting together the main body of the model. So let's go ahead and start separating parts from our sprues. So, let's see here. This is number 11, and there are no tabs sticking off the top. So I'll take that there. Been on break for the last couple days, and I have built some models. You'll see some stuff coming up. A lot of the stuff you see for the builds coming up for the next little bit were all built this week. So it's kind of crazy. I go back to work tomorrow. But it's been nice just kind of doing this. I've been having a lot of fun. This has been great. Okay. Yeah, I really found that, one, I'm good at this. I finished up I finished up one of the car models that I'm building, and kind of on the final steps where I'm kind of like applying final paint and all of that. I'll be ready to show you guys here soon. And I did a special little series that I decided last minute to get Matt a Christmas gift less than a week before Christmas, and that Christmas gift was a model. You guys will see that coming up here very soon. I'm excited about that one. That's going to be pretty cool. Full series where we build a full-on model. Like, it's a full series. I lost an episode to bad camera. I decided to try to purchase myself a 4K camera, and it just did not. Nope. It was not a 4K camera. It was not a 2K camera. It was not an HD camera. It was... You know, it really made me appreciate what my phone does, because the quality is just like oh god. Yeah, the camera was just awful, and I lost an entire video, unfortunately. So I didn't check the quality before I started recording. I just started recording like a dunce, and regrets have been had, needless to say. So now, this piece here and this piece here I couldn't get my clippers in there, so and get them in there to do some cleanup work, but yeah, just couldn't get them in there to cut that properly. So let's go ahead and clean up our parts real fast. So yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment, but I was able to do a full series. I mean, recorded it, shot it. Now I got 147 gigs with stuff I gotta edit. So, but it's gonna be good. I wasn't planning for the series, and you know, I need a series that I can go to when I don't have, say for instance, the Falcon to build, or the Enterprise, for instance. You know, like I need to have a series. I need to have an episode or two I can drop here or there. And basically, I started and finished an entire Star Trek model in less than a week. And so you guys will see that. I'm going to drop a special episode this coming up Sunday. Don't normally drop an episode on Sundays, but this is my day of chilling out. And recovering and all that. So we'll be dropping an episode there, and you will see the first episode of that, and it was kind of a frantic finish there. Hope he likes it. I haven't given it to him yet. A little background, it is Christmas Day right now. Just trying to get caught up, trying to get ahead, trying to get things done. So, had a nice big Christmas breakfast, and yeah, got some goodies. Nice and quiet. No plans other than just dinner. My favorite part. Okay, so now we're all cleaned up and ready to roll. I have been floating around with the glue situation. I lost my mind last night when I was finishing the Shelby, and I can't with the glue anymore. The the model cement is just awful. One, it smells really bad, gives me a horrible headache, which I was up way too late because of the headache. And two, it takes forever, it makes a mess, and it leaves these strings behind, and the strings are just everywhere, and I can't. No, no. So I'm going back to super glue. I'm going to go, being that it's Christmas Day, I can't go pick up, I can't go to the store and go pick up some more of the gel, but we're going to spend money on proper gel, and I'm going to look into different modeling cement alternatives. If you guys have any ideas for that, if you have any tips, please let me know. I'm very interested. So let's go ahead and start, and I'm going to build it according to the diagram. So we are going to start here, and part number 11, which is this one here, it's going to fit into place right here. Okay. So now I am going to spend more time gluing. Some regrets were had from last time where I didn't glue enough, and so first up I need to clean up my connection point here. That's one thing that I've really learned, is where to paint and not paint, and make sure that areas where there are connection points to not paint too heavy. Okay, so now we're going to, yeah, that instantly better. So I'm going to glue along the ridge right down through here. Oh, super glue, do not fail me, please. Okay. Got my glue. And the super glue for me works so much better. But the non-gel stuff, you gotta work quick. So, hopefully. Yeah, this is so much better. Like, it's just not getting everywhere. It's not a paste. Not like a paste, but a gel, and so it's just impossible to fully control. You know, and we learn. Thankfully, I didn't spend too much money on all that. I only have like 4 jars of it. Yeah, I'm making the switch over to model cement. You know, I'm real smart. I'm a real smart guy. And let's get her fixed into place. Hold it down. And I will deal with the super glue on the fingers if I have to. But the thing is that's already bonded. And that is much preferable to waiting. I'm sorry, but like part of the mess that you make is like holding it like this, for instance, holding it and then getting the glue pushed through onto your fingers, and then you're spreading it onto the paint. That's what happened with the Shelby GT. I was not happy at all. So let's go ahead and do that to our next panel. Grab some more glue here. Now that I'm confident in the glue action, I almost committed. Oh, I know where it's going. I didn't clean it up though, so we'll see how this goes. Just charging through. I think, after some retrospect, I think I may have painted this a little dark, and that's fine. We'll deal with it. But I do feel like it's a little dark. But we have, God, how many coats do I have on this? I think like 4 coats on here, or more. 4 or more. Okay. Thankfully, that one went in real nice like. Sealed up real nice and quick. Yeah. Super glue is the way to roll. The way to roll. Okay. So now it goes this way. I'm just going to sit right on top. And does it slot into? Yes, it does. So I'm going to need to be quick with my glue here. Excuse me while I be very quiet for a moment. Starting to run low on glue over here. Because of course I am. But that's fine. And this one, so I'm just going to get this glue along the back here. I don't want to try to go too far along the top. I don't know how far out that sticks. But I'm assuming that it's going to sit right up next to this. Here. Yeah, I'm running out of glue. But can't move on. Can't move on. Gotta get this done. This shit dries quick. This shit dries quick. Okay. Let's go ahead and join our pieces and try to do it the first shot without overdoing anything. Yeah. Did not get it right. Oh no. There it is. I see. You gotta move quick, gotta move quick, gotta move quick. There it is. Immediate downside to super glue. Did not catch those tabs along the side. Been working with regular models of late, and there it is. There it is. Forgot about the snap portion of this. There it is. There it goes. Alright, we are restarting this one here. I need to get my tabs cleaned up. That was my issue. I had too much paint in here. And nothing was fitting properly. Pulled the entire model apart before it fully set. Because, yeah, I definitely oversprayed right here. I need to be better about doing that on connection points. There's a lot of paint in here. A lot of paint in there. It couldn't even get close to cinching up into its proper spot. So I went ahead and I'm rushing. And we're not doing our proper steps first here. So make sure all our parts are cleaned up. Then That fits in there much better. Let's make sure this one fits in here. That one fits in there much better. Okay. Yeah, that was a rookie mistake right there. I need to be better about making sure that I'm putting together my pieces properly. So I am going to take a second. And actually, I'm going to try a different approach with my glue. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to glue the tabs in first. Get them affixed in. Well, that was a learning experience for sure. If I am going to use this regular, very, very fast, quick set super glue, I need to make sure I'm following my steps. The steps that I set forward for myself and not rush. That one sit there right there for a second. And then I'm going to come around from the back while pushing down. Drop a bead of glue on the inside. Kind of treat it like a glue weld, if that makes any sense. Yeah, learning new techniques. I just can tell you right now that I am so over the model cement. I'm going to just hold that in place for a moment. We'll be right back. That worked very nicely. So let's go ahead and do that on the other side. Let's get a nice bead of glue kind of down into the seam. The thing that I do like about super glue is it gets down into the seams. It just kind of goes. You can see it just working its way down. Just going to hold it in place. Spend a little bit more time with each one of our parts and we'll be right back. Well, that worked very nicely. Basically just super glue welding along the insides here, keeping the glue from getting on the outside, and it's making a nice, very firm, solid connection. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side and fit our piece into place. Definitely going to need to do some paint cleanup back here now. So making sure that everything is sitting in its proper spot, exactly where it needs to be sitting. Okay, now let's start with our tabs. We're just going to hold that into place for a second after I drop in a little bit of glue just right along the edges here. I want that to sit very nice and even. We will clean up and putty right along here and here. Alright, beautiful. That worked very nicely. So now let's go ahead and do our super glue welding along the inside here. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know. I'm an idiot. There we go. Enough glue. this to stay together. So we're going to use plenty there. And then what I'm going to do is just hold everything in place. We'll be right back. Yeah, that works beautifully. Goodness me, I love that. Yeah, this is a much... maybe changing approaches here. Once again, we're learning new techniques, you know, and whatever works for you, works for you. If there's a better glue, like I'm not a big fan. Like I love how the glue sets here. I love how it gets into the groove if I get enough on the end of my stick here. And it kind of gets down into the grooves, but without getting everywhere. And no strings. Those strings were just annoying. Like, God. It's just because of the type of glue it is. Like, I get it, but it's just like, you know, basically creates plastic. It's a type of epoxy in a way. It's cement. Okay. Hold that there. We'll be right back. Okay. Everything's nice and sealed up now. Nothing's moving. That makes me happy. So now I'm going to take my file one more time, and I'm going to run the file through each one of my connection points just to make sure that, like here for instance, if the file's not moving easily, I'm not connecting easily. And that's a nice thing to know about this model. Yeah. No wonder I was having such a difficult time. Yeah, I missed a basic step, and shame on me for doing so, but hey, you know, we're learning. In the process of failure, oof, yeah, this one's definitely overspray for sure. And the process of failure teaches you how to succeed. What I always tell people when I'm training them is that in order to learn how to do something, you have to learn how to fail at it first. And then you can succeed. Then you can move on to learning how to do it properly and repeating the process. Okay, so I'm just test fitting right now to make sure that everything is nice and lined up properly. This one looks good. Yep, that one right in. This one seems to be a little tight. Don't worry about the back side there. The back side here is a little tight, just from the fit. Oh. So now what I'm going to do, being that I have got my tabs lined up in place, I'm going to get a little bit more glue here. I got it just part of the way cinched up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some glue right there, and right there, and right here, and right there, and then close her up. Yep. Make sure I got enough there. Just enough for the very beginning to hold it down. But once I got it on there, I kind of want to just like get it closed. I don't know if I'm going to regret that or not, but we're about to find out. So now, get her cinched up. Get her pins lined up. Part here that I need to clean up. Ooh, rookie. There we are. That pin. This pin, for whatever reason, is not wanting to line up. There we go. There we go. And in a snap bottle, when it snaps, you know you've done the right thing. So that was actually very nice and satisfying. Okay. So And what I thought was going to be a very quick little section here, we finally got our pieces together. So now, let us apply our little welding technique here where we can. I'm trying to be very careful and conscious about where I'm applying my glue. Just around the spots where I want to make sure that it seals up. And I'm not putting any glue on the seams where these two pieces are joining. We will be connecting those with putty. So, just going to make sure that seals up there. Curious about those 1/2 or 3/4 holes there. Here and here. Yeah, instantly bonded, that's nice. This side is looking good. So we'll just putty over there. There's going to be a lot of putty work on this model. We're going to be focusing primarily on putty and that sort of work. Kind of focusing my models on different premises. There's a little bit of work that needs to be done here. Go ahead and get a spot there. Let's get spots here. Try to get right down into that seam. Right over there. All right, there we go. And finally, after 32 minutes and 50 seconds, at least from my end, we're finally together. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Okay, so I decided to do some skipping over steps here. There is some paint work that's I'm gonna want to do on the sprues before I go ahead and assemble them to the final model. But we did just create the body, which is perfect. What we're going to do, instead of doing all of the stuff where we attach things to the body, the next episode we're going to spend some time painting our sprues and kind of picking our colors and all of that jazz. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and just complete the other 2 wings, as the first part of this video did wind up going just a little bit longer from my perspective. I've done a lot of recording and I'm kind of over it. So let's go ahead and separate our wings from our sprues. And this one is connected up at a few places. Yeah, definitely connected up at a few places. There we are on that one. And then we just have one little piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one off and just leave it so I don't have to deal with this. Just make sure that that is actually the case. That is correct. All right. And then similar thing here. Looks like 14 is going to be the only one left on this sprue. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off real quick. Just trying to be space conscious. Tomorrow's recycling day. Save the environment. Oh my goodness. That's gone. He gone. Chicago fans out there. It's Hawk Harrelson. He gone. Drives me nuts, but signature. Alright. So we have our wings here. Let's go ahead and pull back our image. So this one is actually fairly simple. So what we're going to be doing, I'm going to separate from the sprues, do our cleanup real fast, separate each one from the sprue because they are specific for which ones go where. Although I say that, they look exactly the same. So never mind. There we go. Just cleaning up a little bit of our disconnect points. We're going to, of course, be repainting at the end of this phase. Assembly and all of that. So that one's all cleaned up. Yeah, I was looking at the instructions and I'm like, oh, there's like a bunch of guns and things that I'd want to actually like detail real nice, and so that's what we're gonna do. With the big old piece of the sprue on that one, so we're gonna go ahead and smooth that out. That's better. Okay. So now, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go ahead and take parts 24 and 26. Well, I guess. Well, does it really matter? Nope, they're the exact same, and both the wings are exactly the same. I just get nervous when I'm making assumptions. I gotta stop doing that, and I've been being better about doing so, but yeah, just don't want to make any assumptions here. Set that back into our box. Go and get our parts cleaned up real fast. Yeah. Cleaning up your parts is what I think is part of what separates a high quality model from just kind of a pedestrian model. Having clean parts, clean connections. I say that as I did a total jank fest in the last little bit, but hey, I am learning, you know? So, this one's fairly simple. All I'm going to do to start is drop a little bit of super glue in each one of our holes here, one at a time. And then just the tiniest little bead around our connection point on the outside, just running the edge of the stick along where we're going to connect, avoiding touching this. Then go ahead and click it. Definitely some putty work's gonna be needed there. Okay, that's interesting. That's fine. Now how we're gonna be approaching this? Oh, well, that helps. There we go. There we go. It wasn't fully connected along the backside here. We're gonna be, before we fully connect this model and put all the pieces together, we are going to repaint and then do our putty work on each piece, because it's going to be easier to do our putty work as an individual versus all at once while the thing is assembled. I learned that the hard way during Matt's model build. So, okay, now I'm going to make sure that this fits first. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my file, just go ahead and do nothing with that. Okay, just make sure, cleaned up all my paint. Make sure my connection is nice and roughed up, ready for the glue. Glue into our spots. And approach the same way on this one. Tiny little bead of it just along the edges. And click into place. Push down in the back. Push down in front. And hold. And that's nice and connected. Okay. So. Let's go ahead and take a look. We're not connecting anything up, but this is what we've got going on so far. Let me go ahead and grab the cockpit. And so, my friends, as you can see here, we've gotten a good portion of this model assembled and put together. So, can't wait to get to next time. I've been doing a lot of model building, and I'm kind of over it now, and time to move on and enjoy the rest of the day. Definitely appreciate your time for watching. I know there's a million things you could have done today, and instead you spent a little bit of time with me watching me build a model. So just want to say thank you. If you guys have any questions, comments, tips, tricks, please leave them down below. If you'd like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. And my friends, until we see each other again, I hope you all have a wonderful day in this beautiful world, wherever you happen to be. And until we see each other again, the Force will be with you always.